Hi guys, Tom McGrath here. My walking stick course is based on the idea that you're Philippine martial artist, you have a relative who needs some defensive capabilities, they don't have time to take a full course, but they can carry a walking stick, and you might give them a short course in this. It's something easy to learn, relatively easy to learn for a beginner, and based on simple techniques. They're going to have 3 grips here: a low grip like you're holding a baseball bat, a middle grip like you're holding a rifle or a spear, and then a high grip kind of like bench pressing, and we'll show how those come about. The basic principle is everything is done in 2 strikes. On the low grip, technique 1 is just a forehand hit and a backhand, and all the recoveries on these are going to be backhands because they're easy to do for a beginner. And the forward is just this, a forward and back step. That's simply designed to keep the torque out of the knees of the non-martial artists, especially if they're a bit older. The opponent is going to be someone bigger and stronger than you, or he's got a knife. It's not going to be 2 guys fighting with canes. You know, that should not happen. If it is, you need to go back to the old folks home and get some medication. So anyway, so technique 1, step in just enough to get forward momentum. I'm not trying to charge and hit the guy, I'm trying to keep him away, but I do want power in my strike, going for whatever hand is in the lead there. My recovery is that same shuffle step back on the diagonal line to cut his weapon off if it comes in. Other techniques you'll see are going to the knee, and then still recover on that line because it's the easiest line to recover. I'm trying to close off that path he might attack me in, especially if he has a weapon. So you see all of these are based on 2-step strikes. So again, if you're on this side, on the middle grip, and this is a lot of times you go into this if you're first accost. This is a good position to get into because it gets 2 hands on the stick quickly and you have room to hit. The first technique is a double thrust, is eyes to push his head back and then drop his hand. So I'm not going back along the same path, trying to make everything do double duty. So it's 1, 2, do it on this side of him, 1, 2, in the face, scraping down, getting the hand down, and then I go back up to the face. And the reason all of these are in 2s is you don't want people to overcommit. If you teach them just 1 strike, they should do 1 big thing and then pause. If you teach them to do a double tap, they tend to have more flow and better recovery time. The bench press grip or the high grip, 1 technique is to do a double punch into the face. So I'm going to punch, he blocks, then I can roll around that and punch. And that's done, obviously, if you're in close quarters, it's better to do this against a guy who's not armed, who's just a bigger, stronger guy. And you want to do that probably more on the outside. So you're not, 1 thing you want to avoid, if you put that way down, 1 thing you want to avoid is, especially on this middle grip, is you have to just have both hands on it, because the stronger guy is going to win in this position. So if you can go to the outside, that helps prevent the bad guy from getting both hands on your weapon. And it's a real brief overview of the walking stick course in PTI.